Welcome back to another guide video, and in today's guide we've got arguably the best gun on the game, that is the Kastov 74u. In this video I'm going to be running through my class setup, the best game modes and all the hints and tips to do with the challenges. So by the end of this video you're going to have a clear idea of exactly how you're going to achieve gold in the fastest time possible. Please feel free to skip around, use the timestamps that have been made available. But if you do find any of this video helpful, then make sure you hit that like button. We also upload daily videos and guides on this channel, so if that is of interest to you, then make sure you hit that sub button. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is level up the gun, so it's only right I talk about game modes first. I'm going to recommend 3 different game modes for you guys, and you need to pick the one that's best suited to your playstyle and the one that's going to give you the most enjoyment. The first one is of course Invasion. Now I don't think the Kastov is best suited to this, but it will definitely work because you'll be able to kill as many bots as possible. The second option is Kill Confirmed. Make sure you're going in there getting as many kills as you can while collecting as many tags as you can. Make sure you're not neglecting the tags though, because these are a great source of weapon XP. The Kastov would be perfect in this game mode, just like it would be in our third option. The third option being Shoot House. Now Shoot House is my preferred method with a gun like the Kastov because you're guaranteed to be on a smaller map, but also it has the game modes like Headquarters, Hardpoint and Kill Confirmed already mixed in. This makes it the perfect start to finish game mode. The only downside is though you are stuck on one map. Now you've started leveling up the gun, you're going to need to start thinking about the challenges. Personally, I try and max out the gun first because you can often do 2 or 3 challenges at the same time. If you've selected Invasion or Kill Confirmed, I would now recommend a change of game modes. You can either drop into Shoot House, but if you're not really a fan of Shoot House, I'd recommend one of these 3 game modes. My personal favourite out of these 3 would be Hardpoint, just because of the spawns and the different rotations. The reason I'm asking you to switch game modes is because these are perfect for the challenges. Because they are objective based game modes, enemies are going to be run into a certain area, the spawns change a lot and it can become a lot easier to pick up these kills. Things like point blank, kills from behind, double kills, they are all far easier in these game modes than they would be say Kill Confirmed or Invasion. Moving on to my class setup now, and this is the one that I ended up with. Feel free to copy this or make a couple of tweaks that will help your playstyle. Ultimately, this has been designed for aim down sight speed with a little bit of recoil control. Now there is an option to make this gun max mobility by adding the shorter barrel and then changing the stock to a no stock, but that just added too much recoil for me, and after all this is an AR. If you'd like me to go into more detail about why I picked certain things, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure in future videos I go into a bit more detail. So here is the rest of the custom loadout, and again feel free to copy or make a couple of tweaks because again a lot of this is all preference. If you are going for the mastery camos though, make sure you've got a launcher. The rest of it, make sure it suits your playstyle. Something like Shoot House, you are going to need Bomb Squad and Battle Hardened. Quick Fix is also a must for getting them double kills, but it makes it life easier anyway. And Dead Silence is an absolute must for a lot of the challenges too. So this is an easy go-to if you want to copy. Lastly, I would just like to recommend the Killstreak option of changing it to Score Streaks. This means collecting tags and collecting the objectives will count towards your kill streaks. This is a good way of easily collecting UAVs and counter UAVs that stop the enemy from knowing where you are, but also telling you where they are. Lastly, I have got a VTOL just because it's up in the air and doesn't restrict me from using my weapon. Moving on to the challenges now, and the first one, Ripple Effect, will obviously be done while leveling up the gun. The second challenge, Jungle Digital, which is get 15 point blank kills, is another one that you might achieve while leveling up the gun. But if not, I've got 2 bits of advice for you guys. Hang around that hard point because you know enemies are going to be running into there. That way you're going to get lots of close engagements. Second bit of advice is Dead Silence. Enemies aren't going to know you're coming, so you'll be able to just run up behind them while they're camping and shoot them in the face. The third challenge, Canary Stone, which is get 10 double kills, is one that I know some people have trouble with. Basically what you're going to want to do here is just hang around that hard point, hold lanes, hold down an area, and the enemies will come to you. In a game mode like Shoot House, you're going to get 2-3 enemies running around the corner at one time. You've just got to hit your shots. But because it's such a small map, you're going to get multiple chances in a game to get double kills. So there is no stress or pressure if you miss 1 or 2 chances, they will continue to keep coming. The last option is Dead Silence. If you use this and you manage to get in behind, you're going to be able to kill 2 enemies without them even realizing. The final challenge of the basic ones is Chemical Reaction, and this is get 30 kills while crouched. This one isn't that difficult, it's just highly frustrating. Now there's a couple of options here. You hold that lane while crouched, stay mounted while crouched if you want to hold the angle a little bit tighter, or you just walk around crouched and slide everywhere like I do. There isn't a clear method here. You're going to die a few times looking stupid, but at the end of the day, get it done and you're on to the gold. Now we're finally on to the last challenge and the end is near. That is gold now, which is get 3 kills without dying 10 times. My advice for this one is always the same, and that's to try not to think about it. Again, hold them angles, hold down an area, let the enemies come to you. The main thing here though is don't get frustrated if you keep dying. You need to play your natural game because actually getting 3 kills in a row isn't that difficult. All you're going to do is put on added pressure. If you are really struggling, then it's time to play ratty, and that is really camp. Get your motion sensor out, get your heartbeat sensor out, your snapshots. Do whatever you can to get this done, and do not care what anyone else thinks. Thank you for watching guys, that concludes the rest of this video. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to hit a like, and if you want to see future guides, then hit that sub button. See you in the next one.